Hello, Capricorn. I was going to start off with, well, if it isn't Capricorn. But that sounds kind of creepy. And it implies that I have anything against you guys. You guys teach me so much. I like, my ADHD impulses are very much, they very much benefit from the lessons of Capricorn. Let me tell you. So, this is Into the Infinite, and I'm Charlie. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is your new moon in Aries spread. Your call to adventure is how the download came in to label this reading. So, your call to adventure. So, let's get right into it, okay? So, Capricorn. So, I would like to invite the angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. Oh, Capricorn. So, this is the Light Seers Tarot that I'm using for this spread by Chris Ann. My voice is slightly more muted in these readings. You may find if you check your rising sun, moon, or Venus. I went for a run this morning and I did not bring my puffer, which means that when I laugh, it sounds like I have a cigar habit or something. So I'm trying to keep that a little bit tempered. So if any wheezes slip out, just roll with it. Just roll with it. Still got in a couple kilometers. So for my American friends, I have no idea how many miles that is, but it was long enough for me to feel like I was done the run. So thank you so much, Spirit, for joining me here. Can you just clarify some messages for my wonderful Capricorn, for this Aries new moon? Seven of Pentacles. Two. Okay, so this is together. No, too many. Too many. Seven of Swords. Death. Okay. All right. So I'm getting this. I'm getting that there is. I'm seeing a couple things here. So Capricorn, I'm seeing that there is opportunities that you've been kind of waiting on and what you thought. So there's a way that you're like, there's this union of internal, like of public recognition and celebration and internal celebration. So something is coming to fruition, I feel, around the time of this new moon. So that's, I feel like seeds have been planted. There's a waiting period, but the work has been put in. Like, you've really planted something wonderful. There's this sort of coming together of like public recognition and emotional fulfillment. And then I almost feel like there's a way that it's going to feel like something is taken from you. But that's part of the transformation. So this is very interesting energy. You feel like there's something that gets kind of taken from you. It could be that the balance that you're going to achieve is around the Libra full moon on the 16th of this month. I'm hearing, don't feel compelled to like, it's not the universe being like April Fools or anything ridiculous like that when that happens. I think that this is about you understanding and recognizing the difference between success for other people and success for yourself. So it could be that that's, I think, the difference here. What the two of them mean and how that directs your efforts accordingly, I'm hearing. Knight of Wands to clarify the Page of Wands. Lots of passion. There's something that I feel like you're really passionate about that feels aligned with the kind of spiritual path that you're on. Wheel of Fortune. Again, this is Jupiter is coming out here a lot. It's almost like you feel like limited thinking is limited manifesting. That's really what I'm getting from this. Like, limited thinking is something that will beget limited manifesting, not because you're limiting yourself in terms of the energy that you're putting, like it's not your effort that is limited here, right? It's the way that you're looking at the opportunities in front of you. For example, one day I was going to a spiritual store around where I live, and I thought, I don't even know why the heck I feel compelled to go there. This was a couple weeks ago. And I was like, why do I feel like I feel led there? I found a gas station, number one, on the way where gas was super duper cheap compared to where it was everywhere else, which was amazing, right? That was, sign number one. Would have missed that opportunity, right? I would have felt like, well, I just want to stay home and be like, just Eeyore energy. And I went to the spiritual store and I found, stones, and I was like, well, I don't really know which. I knew I wanted to get a stone, a necklace to kind of activate and utilize energy that I was wanting to work with. And so I ended up choosing between Labradorite and Iolite. And lo and behold, Labradorite was the one that I went with. And then the next day I saw there was a reading, and a teacher on here talked about Labradorite being really important and effective in terms of third eye opening. And since that point, it's just been like one thing after another in terms of downloads. But I would not, that happened the day before I saw that video talking about the Labradorite. So this is what I'm saying is, if you can't see the opportunities coming if you're not in an expansive place, if you're not in, if you're not in that expansion and that optimism of Sagittarius. This could be to do with Aries placements around the new moon. So Aries in your 9th house, which is the house of Sagittarius and Jupiter. This could also just be, a tendency to see with limited eyes. Even on a spiritual path, these things kind of creep in, and it sort of pulls away at your ability to expand into manifestations. Because we can draw specific things, but, on the middle of my vision board, I have the saying. It says, thank you, universe, for all of the wonderful things that I don't know about yet. And I think it's that's the Sagittarian energy to tap into here. And I think that sort of, it's almost like the Wheel of Fortune is it's like a cycle that you're ending. Is that sort of tendency to look on the downside instead of the bright side. Yeah. And I think you're getting clear. So I think that this way that you're expanding into what's coming and what's on its way to you, you're able to distinguish what is emotionally fulfilling and what looks like success on the outside, right? What looks like that to other people. Yeah, and I think it is a bit of a shock to others, but it's something that is so grounded for you. I get this to be your energy and this to be the energy of other people. So other people might be like, "What the and you're just like, "No, this is I'm a queen. I've spent all this time nurturing this seed, 7 of Pentacles, queen, right? I've spent time doing this. This may be, something that you're just beginning to see, but you're working that plan, right? The Capricornian plan. Spirit, can you please clarify this kind of middle energy, this public versus private success? Yeah, a little bit. Oof. See, the Tower came out again. Yeah. King of Wands. Other people are going to feel hard done to, I think. They're going to wonder where, when you've been busy filling other people's cups and it makes them look good, public recognition and success is one thing. But I think that what happens is people by association with you can take on meaning, so they can sort of, your success becomes meaningful for them because of the ways that they believe being beside you sort of implies something about their success. And that's how it can get really weird and twisted, right? And it's why they say choose your friends very carefully. As you start to ascend and as you start to develop a business and as you start to do things that are really successful in terms of work and all of that stuff, who you spend time with is really important, because the ones that are more interested in this sort of public facing success versus private fulfillment, they're the ones really invested, and they may endeavor to confuse you a little bit by leaving you kind of through things like nostalgia or like, oh, but this is the way it was before. And it gets you kind of stuck, right? This like Six of Cups. So Three of Wands, Six of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. It leaves you feeling kind of stuck in this loop. But I think this is you getting clarity and standing firm in that clarity. So Judgment, Emperor, Tower, and King of Wands. This is you going like, well, these are the downloads that I'm getting, and I'm going to follow what I want. And I really do know that this is what I want. I'm sorry that it disappoints you, but I'm just holding firm. Right. And that's where I think that you might feel this is less about someone stealing from you and maybe more about you feeling like you're getting away with something. But it's important that you release that energy, Capricorn. Release that energy. Release the energy and resist the urge. Sorry, I hope that I did not cough into the microphone. Spirit, can I get some clarification? Yeah. Wisdom. There's wisdom in the work that you're doing. There's wisdom in the hard work. And the Seven of Pentacles, clarifying a reading with the Seven of Pentacles. Do you want... Okay. Why is this all discombobulated here? Okay. There's some clarity here for you. Obviously, I say that, anytime we go through situations and we reflect on them, there's obviously clarity. What kind of clarity I'm talking about here is that we have the Hermit, Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles here. So this is really something to keep in mind, right? I heard in a reading once that like time invested is not necessarily something that you gain. Like it's not like, even if you put all of this time and effort into something, sometimes you just have to move on from it, right? And you have to like walk away from it, which is fine. Because then on the other side of things, you have this like, you have these little offers that you're able to respond to and recognize, right? And this could be an offer of love, not necessarily because of the Lovers, but the Page of Cups. This could also be that you're able to recognize choices, right? You're going to feel like you got away with something. Sorry, that was like another storyline. 12-12 was just on the time. You're going to feel like you got away with something potentially, right? But you really, you didn't, because you're like in your hermit energy. So this is not somebody who's like new to the scene. This is not a page. This is like Father Time vibes, okay? Like you've not just put in the time, but you're so aged by the situation that you are time itself. I don't even know. Don't ask, please. But you're much wiser now, basically. You're much wiser. And the new thing here is not just a restored sense of clarity, but a restored sense of self. And you're making the choice. You're choosing you, right? I think of this cup as like filling your own cup, but also like choosing you. Choosing you. And it could be that this new moon energy for you, Capricorn, is about recognizing what it is that is not necessarily of value, but what you're starting fresh on and how it is that you can start fresh on with these energies in the Aries new moon, right? You may have felt like other people are dominating or trying to be controlling of you. And that's fair. That can happen. The reason why I'm thinking that is just based on this like two versions and visions of success, right? The Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Like that's, I don't know. The World card is, the major arcana of the World card encompasses a number of minor arcana cards. So that encompasses the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, also the Nine of Cups, and the Six of Wands, and the Three of Cups, and the Six of Cups. And we have the Six of Cups here as well. So, I mean, it could very well be that this is kind of like a small lesson that you're learning in a big way, right? A small lesson that you're learning in a big way. And I think that the world and the wheel here is sort of like this disciplined expansion is what I'm hearing, which is like peak Capricorn. But with this new moon energy, I would say the thing to do is to don't let other people place limits on your success. And that's if you plant seeds. So this is also like, I love this energy for the new moon. Like if you plant seeds with that intention of, being flexible to, and I'm not saying be inflexible to what other people want when I say this, but I'm saying when you're too flexible to what other people want of your success, so that you don't have room to know what's important about your success for you, that is very interesting energy to dive into, because it takes you down this rabbit hole of hurt, right? And it's almost like there's a difference in the way that this success is landing, right? Like this success is like elevating you, it's lifting you up. This strikes me as like 5D success, and this is 3D success. So it's almost like you have to choose, lovers. There's a choice that you're going to have to make. And I think that you're choosing the one that elevates you, whichever one that is. Neither of them are wrong. Neither of them are right. They just are. But I think that the one that you need the most, because sometimes in life we need 5D success more, right? We need more spiritually inclined success. We need more astral success. And then other times we need more material resources, which is 3D success. So it's not that these are two separate paths. I think that they can be one in the same. 1555 just came on the time. They can be, linked together. But I think that what's happening here is that there's a choice that you're making for the time being. And it's letting go of one way of doing things and making way for another. So that you can be a little bit more stable and sure-footed. So I'm going to dive into the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle for you, Capricorn, just to get some, Oracle messages for you for this Aries New Moon. Thank you so much, Spirit. Aries New Moon messages for Capricorn. Divine drunkenness. Stand up and be recognized. How about that for someone's energy? Divine drunkenness. This is almost like the 5D success, right? It gives me the same vibes. Divine drunkenness. Surrender to your spiritual reverie. So I think that this is like the choice that you're having to make, right? And stand up and be recognized. Behold, you are the inspiration you've been looking for. And maybe that's the one sentence that you need to give yourself permission to do success on your own terms. I don't know. Maybe that's it. But you are the inspiration you've been looking for, Capricorn. That is the new moon and Aries message here. So with that being said, if this resonated, please like and subscribe. It helps me to grow the channel. It helps me to do what I love, which happens to be tarot, spiritual guidance, channeling, all that good fun stuff. And there are other ways to connect with me throughout the week in terms of daily readings and monthlies and a whole bunch of other good stuff that I got coming for you and to you. Coming for you. That sounds that's scary. It's all coming for you. No, not the way I'm doing that. It's coming to you, Capricorn. So I will see you on the next one. I didn't want to leave it there because it's a really weird... I wish I was less like a Muppet sometimes. I really do. Lean into your Muppetness. Anyways, have a wonderful Aries New Moon, Capricorn. Take care, and I'll see you on the next ones. Bye.